You mentioned a little pinch that you made that leads right to the waterhole. Tell me about what that is and how you made that.
Basically, when I bought the place, it was all ag field down below. So the way that I pictured it was to create as much edge as possible. So I actually planted 6,000 saplings the past 2 years. So basically with those plantings and with sort of altering the edge of the timber, I was able to basically make like a funnel or like a pinch point for them to have to go through. They're not going to go through that thick stuff. They're going to take the easier route, and they take it like clockwork, which is great. So a lot of those plantings are caged, and they're not going to go through the cage. So basically using that cage as one edge and then using the timber edge as the other, and they're coming right through that pinch.
Welcome to the Habitat Podcast, the podcast for wildlife habitat management, hunting strategy, and land stewardship. And now, your host, Jared Van Hees.
Welcome to the Habitat Podcast.
All right, guys, we're back. We have Mr. Andy Hutchens on the line. Andy, what's up, homie?
What's going on, buddy? How you doing tonight?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm doing well. Work's good, life's good. It's hotter than heck up here, but hey, what are we gonna worry about?
Yeah, I agree, buddy. I agree. And we have a great guest today, Angelo from Hunting Life 365. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing well. Thank you guys for having me on. I'm excited.
You bet. So you met Andy in Wisconsin? Is that how you guys know each other?
I did. I met him at the Wisconsin Deli show, I believe, this past, I'd say winter.
Yeah, yep. I came and saw the Osseo guys when I was there. Since we love those guys over there, so we had to come up and represent and see Eric and Jacob and Angelo here, and good buddies here. We're all hunting fools, so let's roll.
Exactly. I appreciate you stopping by. It was a great time.
Yeah, I'll be back next year. That was a fun show.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Pretty good show, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I've been there the past, I think 3 years. So first year I went, I was just a guest walking around. The past 2 years I've been helping out at the Osseo booth. And it's great just because every time we come, we see the same familiar faces, same guys, and it's just a great time and great group of people.
Awesome. Yeah, it sounds like a great time. I know Andy was telling me all about the show and how I should have been there, and I should be there next year. So hopefully we can make that happen.
Yeah, definitely stop by. It'll be a great show again, and we'll have the whole group of guys. I'm planning on going to that show just because it is close to home. And hopefully do the Iowa show just because I have some exciting things that I'll be announcing soon for me and my wife. So I'm going to be a little bit. I have to stay a little bit closer to home.
I think I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
So how about you tell us a little bit about your background? Why are you at the show? What are you there? I know you're there with Osseo. What are you there on your behalf? Tell us about where you are, who you're from, where you are, who you are, and where you're from. Jeez, rusty.
So oddly enough, I grew up in Chicago, and as soon as I tell people that, they're like, "Really? Like you grew up in Chicago? Like everything you do in the outdoors, you hunt? Like not many people from Chicago do that." But grew up in Chicago, very close to Wrigley. Grew up in a hunting family, which I was very blessed to have a bunch of uncles around me and cousins and my grandfather that actually came from Italy and started hunting over there and wanted to do that here. They purchased a farm about 35 years ago, and we've been blessed to still have that in the family. And then I was lucky enough to purchase a piece right across the street, which was amazing. So that was always my dream, was to build just amazing habitat for all animals, not just whitetails, not just turkey. And slowly got into social media and just met a bunch of guys. And I mean, I have a great time out in the woods, and I always smile, have a great energy. And I think that's what people like about me. That's why they have me at their show, just because I just love people, love talking to people, and just love smiling.
I love it. I love it. Well, you guys got nice walls there back behind you. I only got one sitting behind me. You guys are putting me to shame here. All the rest of them are throughout the house, but that's a beautiful wall. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your property, man? Maybe your family property and the one you purchased.
Sure. The family property, we've been working on it quite a bit the past 10 years, I'd say, removing all the invasives just because the understory was completely shaded out. So we got rid of quite a bit of honeysuckle, MFR, autumn olive. So we took it basically patch by patch. I know my uncle and my cousin have really, they were really the ones that were, at the front lines doing all that work. Setting all that up. And then by me watching that, I realized that my place could, have some habitat improvements. So basically enrolled it into a CRP program and enrolled it into a forestry program as well. Just because I'm still paying off the property, and it's a great way for me to get income from the state and the government, and to also improve the habitat. So my piece is 45 acres. It's about 22 acres of woods and about 23 of ag fields that I converted into CRP. And the family property is a little over 100. So it's a nice little chunk that we're able to all enjoy. And there's quite a few family members that enjoy it as well. So we need more acreage to spread out.
That's awesome. And whereabouts in the state are you? I mean, I love the sound of a 45 acre piece that's half and half. That's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. It was a dream that came true. So we're in Northwest Illinois.
Okay.
We're very close to the border of like Wisconsin and Iowa. But yeah, it just came up where, my realtor was like, hey, we actually have a piece that came up across the street and he's willing to, develop. And I'm like, can I get 45 so I could have landowners? They originally said 40. I'm like, can we bump up to 5 extra so I could get free tags? And they were willing to do that. And I've been just making improvements ever since. It's been nonstop, which is what I love. I enjoy it.
Okay. That's awesome. So you say with 45 acres, you get free tags, or I guess it would be free tags since it's over the counter in Illinois, right? Okay. Nice. All right.
Yeah. So because I believe it's 45 acres. Because I own 45 acres, I'm able to get free tags through the state. So I get 2 archery tags in either or and antlerless, and then I get 2 gun tags. I get a spring turkey tag, and then I get a fall turkey shotgun and archery. So it saves me a little bit of money. Yeah, which is great. But my piece with those tags.
Oh wow! Okay, so you can shoot four bucks then in a season. Is that right? Or am I hearing that wrong?
No, I could. No, you can only kill 2. Yeah, only 2.
Okay, gotcha.
So, yeah. So they'll give me 1 either for gun tag and archery, and then 2 antlerless.
Okay.
And do those have to be killed on your 45 acres since they're landowner tags? Do they? Okay. Otherwise, you pay and you can go hunt across the street or wherever else.
Exactly. I normally just buy another set of tags and just have them in my pocket just in case if I do get one that shows up on camera across the street, I could jump over and then I still have that tag in my pocket,
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very blessed, very fortunate to be able to do that.
All right. Well, Jared, let's let you get into the habitat part of all this and see what we can come up with.
All righty, my favorite subject. So how long have you owned this farm for, Angelo?
So we're going on year 4. Yeah, okay. I bought it during COVID. I actually had COVID on the closing. So they had a sign in the car. Stupid. I had a sign in the car, hand the papers through like the window to the realtor.
Yeah. The dumb shit we had to do.
Oh. And then I'm assuming the tillable had enough past history of being in tillable with the farm bill and everything that you were able to enroll it into CRP. Or tell me about that process. How hard was that to get it enrolled in CRP?
Correct. So I had to do all the research myself. I didn't really have anyone to go to help. I probably could have gone to the USDA office. That probably would have been the thing to do and save me some time. But I did all the research myself, and based off of the history, it had been farmed for 10 plus years. So I knew I was good on that end of enrollment to CRP. But then basically just submitted the paperwork and got the ball rolling. I knew that I needed to make some income off the property, and I knew that the CRP could actually bring in a little bit more money than renting it out to a farmer. But then I also enrolled the timber into a forestry plan just to help with like the removal of the invasive. Eventually, they'll do like an equip program where they're able actually to compensate you for the work that you're doing on your property, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds great. I do it for free.
Yeah, you're right. Same. I mean, I enrolled my Northern 70 in equip for a forestry program. So did you have to have a forester or someone come out and write a plan for you?
Yeah, they came out. Definitely an individual that doesn't hunt. So I always suggest going with the forester and walking with them and like letting them know what your plans are with the property. So I'm glad I did that, because then I was able to sort of sway him and be like, okay, now I want to provide a little bit more cover here. Let's put some shrubs in here. Let's do some, I don't know, thinning in this area. So I was able to just, sort of guide his hand, and he was okay with it, which is nice. But yeah, I had to have the forester do the plan, and then they actually come out and certify it once you get the work done.
Okay. Yeah, I think anytime you can walk in the woods with the forester is a good day to learn. You know what I mean?
Oh, you learn so much from.
And if you can just, relay your goals boldly and heavily to them, how important it is that you want to do this for habitat too, for wildlife. I mean, there's such a happy medium that can be done there. So I'm guessing he saw the understory with the invasives, and that was just probably bugging him or her big time.
Oh yeah. I mean, it bugs me too. Like I see honeysuckle in my nightmares right now. It's much I deal with it in the past 10 or 15 years. It's unreal. But yeah, that was my main mission, was to convert the timber and get rid of all that honeysuckle, let that sunlight get down, get some regen up, do a little bit of thinning, thin around some of those more mature hardwoods, have people like so about those. Getting rid of those is like the main focus of the plan.
So how'd you go about getting rid of the invasives? What was the prescription for that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's different ways to do it. You could go in winter and just use a chainsaw and cut them, and then just put some earth on. I just use round. I used to use is what I saw, and it really gets spread quite a bit. So I was just using Roundup, getting like a paintbrush and put it on a stick and just dabbing the stump, and it kills it perfectly. So right now, there's some resprouts that were coming up, and I just
Okay, so just Roundup after you cut them off. Did you have to pull any root systems or anything like that out, or was that a pretty effective way to treat it?
Yeah, it was a pretty effective way. I mean, you could pull those smaller ones out. Definitely, they're easier and just save on chemical and save on gas for the chainsaw. But especially in the winter, you're able to see everything. It opens up really nice, and they stick out like a sore thumb. And then especially in the spring, it's the first thing that's going to leaf out. So you're able to go in and see where everything's at. I usually let it leaf out, and as soon as it's starting to draw in that nutrients, then I'm going to hit it with chemical. So I actually had to go back into one of my pieces, clean it up a little bit before it got certified, just because there were a couple that I must have missed. Nothing came back from the stuff that I treated on the stumps, but there were some small ones that I missed.
Okay. And then once you got that done, what was the next step in treating the woods. Did you do any timber removal, or I guess what was the next step?
Yeah, I did some girdling on some of the catalpa one portion. So nothing really super beneficial. So I girdled probably about 60% of them just to get that sunlight in. And basically, I'll do two cuts all the way around, and then I'll put chemical on both of those cuts, and it'll kill that tree. And I do that during the winter as well. And it worked really well. I mean, the amount of stuff that's coming up that I haven't noticed before in that section, all natives, good browse. So it's nice to see. It's great when all that work just, you can see the benefits to all that you're putting in.
I couldn't agree more with you, man. I'm on the same thing. I'm on year 4 of mine, and it's like a beautiful jungle now. I absolutely love it. But yeah, when you see the work like coming together, it's too much fun.
Okay, so you got your woods in some good shape. And what were the type of trees you were girdling? Sorry.
I had a lot of catalpa. Basically everything that was down there, catalpa trees.
Okay, gotcha.
Nothing super beneficial. Good to put a stand in just because they do have quite a bit of limbs and they have some super big leaves. I was actually out there today and I was thinking of the stand and it started raining and nothing hit me just because the leaves were so big. So it was nice. It didn't get wet out there. But yeah, that was pretty much down that lower section. I have catalpa, and then up top I'll have a lot of black walnut, oak, some hackberry, a lot of hickory. I'm trying to think what else is up there. Some black oak, a couple red oaks, some cherry, a lot of elm. So a lot of those elm I'm going to get rid of. A lot of them have fallen on their own, so which is good. Go look for somewhere else underneath them once they rot.
Very nice. Very nice. So how does that property shape out exactly? Is it a perfect square? And where's the CRP and where are the woods? You mentioned lower half and upper half of the woods.
Yeah. So basically it comes off a road down slope, steep, super steep, where it's pretty rectangle. Then you have about like a 5-acre access road going to another road. So they didn't want to only come from the top of my property and asked them to do an access road to the lower road access down below and wait them up and bust everything out, but it's pretty much timber along the roadside and then funnels down into a bunch of CRP and a bunch of draws, and there's a little piece of timber right down the bottom. Water in there, and then that's pretty much it. I converted all that ag into straight CRP and hopefully some nice woodlands.
All right, Angelo, we had a little connectivity deal going on there. We got you loud and clear now, buddy. Go ahead and start over and tell me exactly how your farm lays out. You said it comes off the road and then what?
Yeah, so it's straight downhill, super steep. Tough access, I'd say. When I first bought the place, I knew the access was going to be rough. So I'm actually working on getting permission from the neighbor to use his place just to use his access. Don't want to hunt it at all. Just access is everything. So basically straight downhill slope and then goes into that probably about 18 acres of timber. And then it'll transition into all that CRP fields with about 2 acre down below, 2 to 3 acres of timber down below, just like a little nook. Actually put a watering hole right there, a couple mock scrapes, and then I put a watering hole up top too. So those have actually been doing really well.
How do your watering holes work for you down there in Illinois? They work. I can't get a deer to hit them in northern Michigan.
They work well. I have everything basically there for them. So I have food, I have the water, and then I have a scrape. So come, the rut, they're hitting all three. And I just checked one of my cameras right now as I was setting up my preset because I know the way that they're coming, and I have a nice little pinch. And checked the camera, and my number one actually showed up today. So had pictures of him last year, and he's looking really, really good this year too. So I'm super pumped. He was down there for like 5 minutes, so he's nice and comfortable, which is nice. Okay. Yeah, but they love the watering holes. It's it's been good to see. Like my neighbor has a pond that's like super pristine and clean. Deer will not hit that. I've watched deer go right past their pond and come straight to my, I don't know, maybe 30 by 30 watering hole.
Yeah. So how'd you make that exactly? Tell me like exactly how you made the watering hole, full detail.
Use a bulldozer, basically just like a bobcat. Had a family friend come out. He actually owns the cat, and he just basically pushed everything. And lucky enough that I had clay all down below and actually hit 2 springs, which was super lucky. Yeah. I did not need any water for both of them, which was just luck of the draw. Yeah.
Man, I hope you went and bought a lotto ticket that night.
No, I don't believe in the lottery.
I think you probably would have won, though. I mean, holy cow!
I don't have money to spend on that.
dig a hole, and find the water, man. That's awesome.
But yeah, I lucked out, and yeah, it's really good. I mean, it's a great spot for a camera too, where I'm able to get intel, especially on the summer days, and they'll frequently stop there.
Okay, so you mentioned a little pinch that you made that leads them right to the water hole. Tell me about what that is and how you made that, and go in full detail so listeners can kind of see, kind of picture as if they're there.
Yeah. So basically, when I bought the place, it was all ag field down below. So the way that I pictured it was to create as much edge as possible. So I actually planted 6,000 saplings the past 2 years. So basically with those plantings and with sort of altering the edge of the timber, I was able to basically make like a funnel or like a pinch point for them to have to go through. They're not going to go through that thick stuff. They're going to take the easier route, and they take it like clockwork, which is great. So a lot of those plantings are caged, especially like the apple trees that I have down there too. So everything is caged, and they're not going to go through the cage. So basically using that cage as one edge and then using the timber edge as the other, and they're coming right through that pinch.
Wonderful. And I like to sometimes plant some of those pinches too, little clover and chicory or anything like that. Do you do anything like that or mow it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Pretty much majority of my food out there is clover, chicory, alfalfa, just because, you're able to put 1/10 of the acreage that you have in a CRP into a food plot. And majority of what I have for burn breaks, because I do like to do quite a few burns. The family loves doing prescribed burns. It's all clover, chicory, alfalfa. So, I mean, that's food on top of it. So basically what I do is, depending on how it is, I'll hit it with clethodim if I need to, depending on how the grasses are, but it's pretty well established now. So just a couple mows and it's perfect. It doesn't have to do much work. It's one of those plots where you don't have to do much and it could turn out really well as long as you get the weeds and the grasses under control.
Okay. What height do you like to mow your clover at?
Honestly, it just depends on when I could get out there right now. Gotcha. At this point. Right now, I mean, when I recently mowed it, it was probably up to my thighs. It was a little long.
Okay.
I'm just redoing a home, and with everything, been moved out from the city to out here actually recently. So I'm super excited about that, but it's been a lot of work, and I just basically, whenever I could get out there and the weather's right, because I want to do it right before it rain. So I'll mow it and then it'll rain the next day and it literally pops up like gangbusters. Looks fantastic. Like right now I'm super, super happy about it. Like if you watch my story for where I was up in my stand, you could just see it's just a perfect
saw that
clover.
Looked really nice.
Yeah, I was like giving myself a pat on the back, like, good job. You didn't mess up clover.
That's awesome.
But I mean, the fun thing about it though, you're learning the whole time. I've made mistakes. I've done things that I shouldn't have. And that's the fun thing about it, is I'm able to bounce ideas off of other people. Like, hey, what have you done in the past? Okay, I've tried this, maybe try this. That's what I love. It's fantastic.
That's awesome, man. How's your dirt down there? What kind of soil are you working with?
Geez, it depends. Like a lot of clay on the bottom. Well, I would say more topsoil on the bottom, just because of everything that's eroded over the years. Up top tends to be a little bit more rocky and clay. So that was the main reason why I switched it from ag to the CRP, was because I was getting such tremendously bad washouts. Like I was literally standing in one washout where my head was parallel with the ground.
Yeah.
Like I felt like I was in a foxhole. It was terrible. So now that there's grasses, it's slowing everything down. The waterways are, being used effectively. So everything's looking really good. The washout's not as bad. I'd say primarily bottom's topsoil, and then up top is rocky clay.
Okay. Very nice. Are you doing any large scale timber projects in the half of your timber? What is your plan calling for harvest or anything like that?
No timber harvest. So quite a few of the white oaks that were in there actually got the blight, and it's just
oh,
not.
Wow.
Yeah. So I actually put in quite a few oaks up in there. I have, I think, seven different varieties of oaks planted on the place, which is great. And they're all looking fantastic. But for up top, it's all just invasive removal. That's pretty much it. And then maybe thinning around some of the mature oaks that are still doing well.
Okay. Very cool. And is your access right down the gut, or do you access around the timber? How does that work?
Yeah. So my main access is on the edge. So it's on the south edge of the property, which works out great. For like a northwest, I'm able to actually come in from up top when we get a good northwest or north wind, and I've killed quite a few deer that way. But depending on if I want to get to the bottom and not have to go through the whole thing, that's where asking permission from my neighbor is going to be key. He gave me permission to hunt the property last year, but I'm just going to tell him like, hey, I don't need to hunt it. I would just love to just use it to access, and that would be a game changer. If I could get through his, it literally walks right into one of my ditches, and the ditch goes right to the base of my tree, jump up the tree, and it's perfect.
Man.
It's
find out what kind of beer he likes, right? Find out what kind of food or gift cards or something, right?
I give him venison.
There you go.
I kill maybe 5 or 6 deer a year, and it's plenty for us. Give it to all the family and friends, and whatever I have left, I give him, good cuts, backstrap, some roast, ground. You have to take care of your neighbors, especially the ones that give you permission.
The good ones. Yep.
Yeah, definitely. And then they invite me over for dinner, and it's awesome. It's a
perfect
cool relationship. Yeah. Cool relationship we have.
So you said you just moved out are you living on the farm then?
So I'm in town currently. Okay. So parents have a home here, and we bought a home on the lake. And that we're currently redoing. So it's a fixer upper. We got it super cheap, which was what I could afford. And we're doing it all our own and doing all the work ourselves too, which is a lot of work. And I'm not very handy. I go use a chainsaw, and that's pretty much about it.
Okay. That's how far is the new house from the farm?
From the farm, I mapped it, and I've done the drive. It's like 18 minutes, nothing. Compared to 2 hours that I was doing coming up here every weekend. Now, hopefully I could adjust my work schedule. I've already let them know. And that's like a tip for a lot of people. If you have a good boss and they're able to work with you, like work with your hours. Like I'd rather adjust my hours where I could get off at certain times of the day where I could go into the stand, and even if it's 2 hours, that's all you need. If you know when they're coming in to eat or going through, it's all you need to secure the good shot. So good little tip.
Great tip.
Yeah. Be good friends with your boss. It also helps when your boss hunts too. So he gets it.
Oh, man.
Hey guys, Al here, Vitalize Seed. I hope you all are doing well. So we got a lot of new things happening at Vitalize this year, and I wanted to highlight some of those. First off, we got a brand new website. We just added a chat feature to that website so you can get your answers to your questions in real time or as fast as possible. Those actually come directly to us, so we can answer those questions, as well as has some auto answer features for those frequently asked questions. So trying to further increase the customer service that we offer. Number 2 is we are offering bundles now. So we got a lot of questions about people trying to piecemeal things together. So we took the guesswork out of it for you. You want a fertility bundle? Add that to your cart, and it gives you all of our natural fertility products in one place. We also are adding bulk pricing. So been asked about this in the past, and we've done some kind of one-off things. But for those people who are buying 5, 10, 15 acres, depending on the product, we're going to be offering some bulk pricing options for that. So right now we got that up on Nitro Boost. We also are going to have that up for the clover, chicory, and oats offering, and might expand that to other offerings as well. Other things are new products. So we got our annual clover. That's a fantastic product for frost seeding and also for this early spring, especially for those who still want to plant Nitro Boost. They want to get that annual clover established. You could go in and drill your Nitro Boost right through, broadcast through it, mow it off, spray it off, etc. We got our premium clover plus. I'm using that on all my logging trails. That's a fantastic product. I'm also using that often with our clover, chicory, and oats mix. So I might use clover, chicory, oats in the first year on my logging trails like I did last fall. Let those oats come in, they'll die off, and then I can frost seed my premium clover and chicory over top of those trails now. So those are areas where I want a perennial crop growing. So I'm using that mix. And then we added our brassica mix as well. We, of course, have our seed feed and seed armor. Those are selling fantastic, and various other products, guys. So please check us out at vitalizeseed.com. We sure do appreciate you, and we're looking forward to a fantastic 2025.
Win, win, win. I like it.
Yeah.
What else you got on the habitat part of it, Jared?
Yeah. What projects are you doing this time of year? I know I was out in my woods today, opening up a kill plot, cutting a bunch of black gum and maple. I'm trying to make this area of the property like a oak savanna over time. And I need to go spray some clethodim too, because I have a bunch of grasses coming up after we timbered. But food plot preps around the corner. What are you doing in July here?
Oh yeah. Yeah, right now I actually get quite a few of my stands set right now, just because I usually run out of time come August, September, and I'd rather get them in right now and not booger anything out. It rained right after I got out, which was great. So I'm mowing all the trails, maintaining a lot of the clover plots. Like I said, I have quite a few burn breaks around every field. So I really like to maintain them just because the deer do take those when they're moving, which is great. It's creating a bunch of edge, and I've seen it where during the rut, these bucks are just going nuts just because they're checking every bedding area and they're going around marking everything up. You get to the edge of the field and you're able to see everything. I mean, you're going to make one stop and you're gone. So to be able to create all that cover and all that thick, it makes him move, and hopefully, I'm in a tree where he, makes a nice little pit stop.
Angelo gets it, ladies and gentlemen. Angelo gets it. All my land plan clients are nodding their head going, oh, that's why we have all the stuff on the plan like that. I get it. I get it.
Like it's a lot of work. Don't get me wrong. And a lot of people like their timber like super clean and like look like almost like a resort or like a golf course. So like have diversity, have pockets where it is like that oak savanna where the turkey are going to be coming through, getting out of the roost, having their poults down in there, and then have that thick. Have a little bit of everything. It doesn't have to be picture perfect. That's what I'm trying to explain to a lot of friends and family. Like, it does not have to be pristine. It could look ugly. You could have fallen trees. The deer are going to use it. Like, it's okay. It's not the end of the world.
I love it. Absolutely. Do you have any large habitat projects you're trying to get done before season yet?
So the big one was we put in 3,300 saplings this past spring. That was huge. That finished off the planting. Previously, we planted everything by hand with dibble bars. Do not recommend it. Your hands are going to fall off. Your feet are going to want to fall off. Don't do it. Rent a tree planter. It will save you so much time. I know it's not ideal doing everything in rows, but you're able to work it where you could stagger every other planting and make it look like it's more natural instead of rows. I don't like rows. Again, that goes with like the edge. Deer are able to see right down it. nice pockets of whether it's shrubs, and I like to do everything native. So everything that I planted is native. So red osier dogwood, elderberry, American hazelnut, have some American plum, Chickasaw plum, gray dogwood, nannyberry, and a bunch of like other shrubs. I think I've counted close to 30 different shrubs and oaks that I planted on the place, which is really nice to see.
That's awesome, man. I can picture it in my head, and I've never seen it. So very cool.
Thank you. I tell everyone, like, if you're coming through the area, I love having people come in and like show them what I've done, because then they could potentially take what I've done. And I also get feedback. I had Rendell come out. He gave me some great pointers, and also like just almost like I'm not looking for like reassurance, but it's nice to hear from someone that understands hunting and whitetails. Like, okay, wow, you did a good job. And it's nice to hear, once in a while, because it does get exhausting doing a lot of the work yourself. I have my dad that helps me, a couple of my cousins, my wife does a great job. She'll like just pull the honeysuckle out. But it helps.
Nice.
It's something. It's better than nothing. But yeah, if you guys are ever in the area, please, reach out to me, and I'd love to walk you out there, as long as it's not during the season.
I was going to say, I'll be there in November, so sounds pretty good.
More than welcome. I don't care. I love having people. Cool. I love having people out here.
And, that's that deer. You saw with the deer camp.
Yep. Like, it gets to the point where, like, dude, if you come in here and you kill a big buck off of my place, like, I did a good job.
Right.
We killed a mature buck off of my place. Great. And I'm able to enjoy it with you. Like, I've gotten to the point where I'm more excited getting my dad and my cousins on animals than myself.
That's great.
I honestly enjoy the land management more than the killing part of it. I do. And
that's what Andy was saying.
You're nuts. Like, you're nuts. I'm like, no, like, give me this time of the year, like early spring and through all this, like all the prep, there's always something to do.
Yeah,
that's a true habitat manager right there.
Yeah, definitely on the right podcast, Angelo.
Threw me for a curveball. I thought we were coming on the deer camp, and he's like, "Oh, we're gonna do the habitat." I'm like, "All right, let's go."
I'll think of some more habitat questions, but I'm good at the moment, Andy. If you want to shift gears,
yeah, let's talk about that deer camp, man. Tell me about. You said you just built it, right?
So it was like a 2-year project, something that myself and my dad worked on. And it was great just working with him and just putting our picture. Basically, how I created it was in a shoebox.
Okay.
And literally, it turned out exactly how we wanted it. And we were always having people up here in the house, and it just too many walls. There'd be groups of people in the living room, groups of people in the kitchen, upstairs, downstairs. And we're an Italian family, and everything's loud. So to have everybody just in one room and just like the energy, like, it gives you goosebumps. Like, for deer camp, there's nothing like having a group of people that just relate to you, that love you, and just like want to have a good time. And that's why I created the place, was just to have a central place where we could play pool, darts, drink, play cards, and just laugh. There's so much stupid crap that's going on in this world, and to have like a just like sanctuary where there's pretty bad reception in there, as you guys know now. So no one's phones work, which is great. So everyone puts their phones at the window, and literally everyone's disconnected, which is great to see.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome, man. That's it looks really cool. I will definitely have to come check that out at some point.
Come on by.
Give me a little background on Legacy Pursuit. What you guys got going on over there?
Yeah. Legacy Pursuit. It was originally created by myself and 2 of my buddies, and now one of them is actually with Midwest Whitetail. Okay. So that was awesome. He, approached us. He's like, "Got this opportunity." I'm like, "Dude, go for it." Like, that's unreal. It's a dream to do that. So it's myself right now, Tyler Wilbur, and Ty Forbes. So Wilbur is out of Pennsylvania, and then Ty Forbes is out of Massachusetts, and I'm here in Illinois. But basically, it's just a great page for us to just come together like a brotherhood and just bounce ideas off of each other and just post our memories and just have a good time. That's the big thing. Focus on conservation, family, our faith and just have fun doing it.
Okay. Man, I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
Last season, man, how was your season last year?
Oh, dude, it was a blast. I took a step back from like the filming part of things just because the year before I really let that get in the way of, the reason on why I hunt. And the reason why I hunt is because I love the outdoors and I love the camaraderie and I love the animals. Like a lot of people don't understand, like us as hunters actually have so much admiration and respect for these animals. Like how can you kill them? Like it's tough. It's not easy. Like, do you know how many times I've cried in a stand after I've smoked like my number one shooter or anything like a doe? Like it's just, it's fantastic. So, but yeah, just to do that and just, enjoy the outdoors. It's something special that not many people actually get a chance to enjoy. So we're very fortunate.
Okay. Yeah. Give me the story of one of your kills last year.
Yeah. So I killed my number one shooter. My buddy actually nicknamed him. So Ty Wilbur out of Pennsylvania, he nicknamed him Guy. We actually saw him the year before in Velvet. So I took him out there on my place and we were walking and we get to one of my drainage ditches and here he comes with a small basket 8 and a doe. And he actually got a great photo of him. So he had his camera. So he called him Guy. And he was a frequent flyer on the place. So I told my cousin, I go, walk down there. So it's like March. I go, walk down there. You're going to hopefully find a shed because I found a couple there the year before. He goes down there and finds one of Guy's right side. So I knew that following year was going to be the year that I was going to go after him. And sure enough, November 3rd, he was living on my place, but I actually killed him across the street on the family property. Because I knew that he was going to circle around and hit that doe bedding that was over there. And he was doing that every single day. So I got set up and sure enough, he came in like 8:30 and worked within like 7 yards, quartering 2. I hit him right on the inside of that shoulder, almost brisket. And he went maybe 50, 55 yards and piled over. And the memorable part was calling my dad and then walking out there with my dad. I was able to record all that, and those are memories that I'm going to cherish forever. Hunting with him, he's my hunting buddy. So to have him there, that's what made it really special. Yeah, he ended up being 5.5. He was a bruiser, big body deer, and he was kicking everybody's butt. So it was good to get him out, and there's a lot of good deer that are coming in right now. So it's good.
Okay.
I know it's early. It's early. A lot of their patterns are going to shift. So, but I have a good feeling that this one, the number one that I'm calling Secondo, he's going to be there come fall.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm hoping we see that one get laid down on your page.
I hope so too.
That's for sure.
I hope so too. I just want to have fun, be safe, and everything else will happen if it's meant to happen. So we'll see.
Okay. You went on a quite a hunt here not too long ago as well, correct? Across the big pond.
Oh.
Yeah, I was able to pull that one off for my honeymoon.
Oh, no way. Dude, you
dirty dog.
I thought I had the best year hunting wife. Man, holy cow, you got it.
So she's like, would you like to go to South Africa? I'm like, yeah, I'd love to go to South Africa. And she's like, do you want to hunt while you're down there? I'm like, yeah, I would love to do that. So we spent like the first 2/3 of the trip, doing her things. And I enjoyed everything that we did. We did like some wine tours and safari. The safari was fantastic. Like to see these animals, you have so much more respect for these animals. But then we closed off the trip actually hunting there in South Africa. Yeah.
Okay. What did you harvest while you were there?
I harvested a kudu. So actually the main animal that I wanted to kill was a kudu. Okay. And within the first day, and they're like, it might take us numerous days to kill one of these just because I want to do it on foot. And they don't normally do it like off the truck. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like I paid money to stalk these animals and go through the bush and be like almost one-on-one with him. The one spot I heard like lions roaring. I'm like, let's go. Like, this is legit.
Wow.
Like, my wife's in the car. So as we're making a move, we saw a couple warthog up ahead, and I had a warthog on my package. So I'm like, all right, let's go kill that. As we're moving up the fence row, I look through the scope and I see this kudu bull looking right at the truck. So he's looking through us, looking at my wife up in the truck. I'm like, to the guy, I'm like, that's a big kudu. He looks, he glasses, he's like, yeah, 180 yards out. And I was able to get a shot off on his neck, and I dropped him right then and there. And that was unbelievable.
Wow.
Like, to kill a kudu and to actually eat it. And hopefully we should get the taxidermy back here soon. But I killed the kudu, impala, like the warthog. The cutters on this thing were freaking massive. Like, wow. It's up on my page. I mean, we measured them. I don't even remember but they said it was the biggest hog that they've seen in a long time. What else did we kill? My wife actually killed a blessed buck. That was her first time hunting. And I'm like, that's no better place to kill your first animal in South Africa. I'm like,
okay.
Well, that's unbelievable. So she wanted to kill one that was like wounded. So we found a female that she was limping. So her rear was messed up, and she actually put a great shot. Like, one shot right beyond the leg, dropped it right then and there. I'm like, couldn't be more proud of her. Like, I started like crying just because, like, that's something I look forward to, is for her to hunt, and for her to do it there was pretty special. And then I killed a spring buck as well. So I killed 4 animals, and she killed 1.
Wow.
Did you get them all mounted?
I did, yeah. I got
okay.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
I mean, hey,
yeah, I'm not looking forward to the shipping back here, but I mean, it's once in a lifetime hunt, and
yeah.
I told her, like, if we're gonna do it, let's just do it well and spend the money, because you can't take money with you. I mean,
nope.
You know, I'd rather buy property or go on a nice trip and just enjoy and make memories. So hopefully those are here come August or September. I got my 4 shoulder mounted, and then she wanted a Euro mount. She's not a big fan of shoulder mounts. So.
Okay. Are you going to put them out in camp?
Yeah, they have a specific wall. So as soon as you walk in, kudu's going to be looking right at you.
All right. Are you going anywhere this fall, or are you sticking around?
So I had to scale it back a little bit this year. But I'll be hunting PA for gun season. We're going to be doing some deer drives. I've never done a deer drive before.
Oh.
So I'm bringing my dad along, which I'm excited to have him there with us. So we'll be meeting up with Ty Wilbur, and then Ty Forbes is coming down. So it's going to be the first time we're going to have the whole team together in quite a while. Cool. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
Awesome.
There's a pretty good tradition or history in PA of deer camp as well, right? So like, you're going it's almost like you're coming to Michigan, like you're coming to bring your dad there. You know, I couldn't echo that anymore. My dad's my best buddy, so I get it.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I love both of those states. I hunted Michigan last year, killed a great buck and a doe up on some public up north.
How far up north were you?
During gun season, so near like Traverse, up in that area.
Right by me.
Yeah. So
he actually hunted kind of one of your spots, Andy.
Yeah. That's you might as well. Let's do it.
We got some snow. We got hit with like a big old snowstorm going up. It took me like 8.5 hours, when it normally takes me 5.5.
Wow.
But it was a blessing, because when that snow hit, we were able to get on tracks, and we were on them like immediately. We sat down at like 6 o'clock, shot at like, I don't know, 15 minutes after sunrise. Yeah.
No way.
I'm like, what the?
I'm going to follow this guy around from now on.
I forgot what it was. It was like, I aged it. I don't know if it was 8.5 or 7.5, that buck.
Really?
That's really good for Michigan.
Heavy, dark. Yeah. Yeah, just a beautiful buck. And then to experience it with my buddy, Ethan, you know, it was just a great memory.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Michigan. I'm a Michigan fan, so hopefully no one's a Spartan fan.
Go blue, baby. Go blue.
I won't hold it. I won't hold it against you two, but that's all right.
2 against 1, Andy. 2 against 1.
Go blue. Come on.
I know. My family's from Lansing. I can't.
Oh yeah, that's a given.
That Michigan hunt, you got on their tracks. Tell me about how you got on the tracks and how you decided where to hunt. Did you walk the tracks in that morning?
Yeah.
Like, what was your plan there?
So I went off of him. You know, I can't take any of that credit. He is a native up there and he knows the area, and cool. he knew a spot to where we needed to go. But as soon as we're walking up, we saw tracks. I'm like, okay, we're going there. We're going in the right direction. And to watch him work, because I haven't hunted much public, you know, I'll admit that. You know, I go out there and some of these guys that hunt a bunch of public, like their woodsmanship is unbelievable. Like I have decent woodsmanship, but to see them at work, it's like, God, it's still good to see that people have it, you know?
It's pretty awesome.
So yeah, I just let him lead the way, and it was just a hell of a hunt. It was a great experience. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So PA this year, no Michigan for you?
No Michigan. I might have him. He's been asking to see if he could come down and hunt my place. Depending on how the age structure is, like I haven't killed a buck out by me yet, and I've owned it for 4 years. The one buck that I was going after, he was nearly 24 inches wide, and ended up finding him dead. And he was the buck I called Primo, and that was 2 years ago. And ever since, I've just been letting them grow and get a better age class out there. And if I don't have to kill them, I don't, you know, I could go kill a doe. I don't need to kill for, just go take some meat. So we'll see if he makes it down here. I might do a couple days in Kentucky. I have a wedding down there in November. I already have a hunting license because I did some turkey hunting down there. So we'll see how that goes. See what the wife lets me do. You got to pick and choose. Your battles. We're, you know, 2 days before a wedding, I don't know if she's going to let me go out there and hunt, but we'll see.
Hey, you can't go if you don't ask, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I'll be meeting up with one of my good buddies down there. So they're part of Water Feather and Novik. So great family, great group of guys down there.
Okay. Well, I got one more question for you about deer stuff. What if I was to ask you your favorite hunt ever? Kill, no kill. What is it?
Oh, favorite hunt.
A stumper question. Yeah,
that's a great question. I would say just because I'm big into family, and we've had quite a few of, you know, my close relatives passed away. My grandfather, my uncle, he was instrumental with just like deer camp here, and you know, we butcher all of our deer. I call it Gary's Butcher Shop now. But he did all the butchering, and I took that over. Probably my first deer that I harvested, and I have a group photo of everybody. I have my dad next to me. I have my grandfather behind me to my right, and then I have him behind me on my left. And having just like both of their hands on me, it's just like I look back and it's just super special to see that. And I always feel like they're with me out there too. So to look back on that picture and have everybody there, and you look at the crowd now, and there's not too many of us now. I mean, there's the kids, but the uncles and my grandfather not being there. So that would be the most special, you know, as a doe. But I mean, man, just having them all there, what I would do to have them back there, it's gets me emotional, but to have them back just for, you know, one more hunt, I tell people, don't take it for granted. Go out there with your dad, go out there with your grandfather. You know, I'll tell you a story here. Like my grandfather was 91. And before he passed away, he wanted to go out there and hunt one last time by himself. Like we could have walked him out, but he literally, he told us, he's like, no, like I'm going to walk to the blind. And then we have a photo of him actually walking out to that blind, and that was his last deer hunt. I mean, just to do that at the age of 90 plus, like think of that. Like that's how impressive. Lucky would we be how lucky would we be to be doing that at 90 and have like family around? It's like, we'd be so blessed. Like, just gives me goosebumps. Like, I miss those guys so much. So that's why I take, every day, enjoy it. Like shit. I mean, things could change super quickly. So just have fun.
Absolutely.
You get it on film, great. You don't get it on film, great. You don't kill this year, great. Have fun. You're in outdoors. How many people get to say that they could go, go hunt and come back to a loving family? So,
amen to that, man. Amen to that.
Yeah.
Well, what you got, Jared?
Well, I'm
enjoying this, boys. I'm loving this.
Yeah, this is good.
This is great. I love this.
I have a rapid fire question series.
Let's go.
Brought to you by Latitude Outdoors. Are you okay with that?
Bourbon. Oh yeah.
Do you want to pour more bourbon first?
I want the deer shack.
Okay. No. All right. Well. All right. These are kind of rapid. They're kind of rapid, but
go for it.
All right. Your favorite beverage at deer camps?
Buffalo Trace.
Ooh, nice. Your favorite venison recipe? You're Italian. I'm sure you can cook.
Oh yeah. So actually, my dad does most of the cooking. He's phenomenal. Okay. So what we make, we call it a beef. Like an Italian beef, but we use venison, and he'll use a slicer, and it is. You give it to people that have never had venison, they're like, "Oh, this like beef is fantastic." Like, no, actually, it's venison. They're like, "No, really, yeah, it's fantastic." You dip it with like this with the gravy, and you put some peppers on it. Oh my god, we have it every deer camp.
Okay, so I'm gonna unrapid fire this. So tell me more. Is it a roast?
It's a roast.
Okay.
Yep. I'll either use the round. I'll give him the round. Usually it's the round, and he'll marinate it. He'll season it. He does all the prep job, and then we actually got him a slicer, and he just goes to town with it. So that's how I do my jerky now too. Is have it a little bit frozen, and you're able to slice it really, really thin to how you want it, and then he'll make his own gravy. Which don't even ask me what's in the gravy. I have no clue. It's
a family secret.
Family secret, and we get like the good rolls. It's all about a good roll too. So we'll get those from Chicago because out here finding good bread is tough. A good Italian roll, and then he'll just do green peppers, red peppers, some onions. He'll saute those, get those all cooked down, and then put those on top. Oh man.
Oh man,
dude, you're making me hungry right now.
I haven't had dinner yet.
I'm hungry too. I haven't eaten either. So.
All right. Well, that's a great answer. All right. Next, earlier you mentioned tucking that arrow in front of the shoulder on kind of a quarter and two shot. What bow are you shooting, and what's your arrow setup like in terms of broadhead, weight, all that stuff?
Yeah. So I actually switched over to prime archery this year. I was shooting a Matthews. Okay. I got my arrows from Kalen Pope, Arrows Anonymous. So I had him do my builds. I think they're 350 spine, and I'm using the Mega Meats this year for a broadhead 100 grain. Man. So I was originally using Rex, and I figured let's move over to G5, and I hear a lot of great things about them. You see the videos. I mean, they're putting absolute holes through them. So I'm looking forward to it.
That's what I shoot. They're amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay. Dude, absolutely amazing.
Good. That's great to hear.
Yeah. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I think I'm touching around 300 FPS. Just finally got it all tuned. It's feeling really good. I love the new prime form. It's a 34 axle. It's a little bit bigger than what I'm used to. I was a little worried about that initially. Okay. I was shooting like a 29. But it's beautiful. Nice. Draw cycle, back wall's good. Like everything's really nice. So I'm comfortable shooting at 30 right now. I got to work on dialing everything else in. I'll never shoot at a deer over 35 yards, but
it's fun to shoot them long distances for fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, food, water, or cover. What's the most important on your farm? You can only pick one.
For my farm, cover. Just because. So what I tell people, like, if you look at your farm, you're going to make changes. What do your neighbors not have? If everything around me is food. So right now they're in the corn. But once that corn is gone, you best bet they're all by me.
Yep.
So I put in a ton of cover, a ton of, tall grasses, switch, big blue stem, bunch of shrub thickets. I mean, the amount of cover out there, you can't see me walking in because of how thick it is. So I would go with cover.
Amazing. Favorite habitat tool or implement?
Ooh, favorite habitat tool. I mean, just because of how much I've been doing, just like the hack and squirt, just being able to identify what you are getting or taking out, and then to actually apply the chemical down and to open up that understory. Just because of how much I've actually used it the past couple of years, it's been huge. And I'd say in terms of like a tool for adding habitat, a tree planter. Get a tree planter.
All right. I like it.
Invest in one, because trust me, your hands, like my hands were stuck. Like literally, I could not move them because of how much I was just like moving the dibble bar back and forth. So don't do it. Learn from me.
I like it.
I love it. All right, last one. Your favorite tree. It could be one you want to hunt out of. It could be one you like to see in the woods, the highway. What do you got?
Favorite tree. I mean, I'm just going to be basic and go with the white oak, but favorite tree to hunt out of would probably be a cedar tree. Especially by me, I have quite a few red cedars, and they have just so much of a backdrop where you're able to feel super concealed.
Oh yeah.
That's where I put the stand in today. One of my elevate stands, and you don't have to always use, your sticks too. You can just use the limbs going up.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Less to set up.
I love a good cedar tree to hunt out of. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Angelo,
I'll give you a favorite shrub.
Okay. I like it.
A favorite shrub, I'd probably have to do red osier dogwood, and then a close second would be elderberry. Like the amount of growth that those two native shrubs will put off, it's unbelievable. And the animals and birds love them.
And are you planting those in cuttings? Are you planting potted?
All bare root.
Bare root. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All bare root, and I do them all in pockets, all in sections, just again to create edge. And a lot of the red osier I do along the edge of more of like a wetland area. They do better in wet. Same thing for elderberry. A lot of the shrubs I'll put in a more wet climate, just like your dogwoods, like gray dogwood. But yeah, more in pockets. I like to space them all out.
And do you fence those off? The whole pocket?
It's tough. It's tough. It's tough.
Each bush.
Some sections I'll do just like a pocket, but for all the oaks, I caged.
Mm-hmm.
So I just bought tubes with those. That takes a lot of work. You put the tube, you got the stake, zip tie all of them, and they're like 4-foot tubes. But all the shrubs, I left as they were, and hopefully I let some of the cover that I put down. It was like Timothy, a little bit of alfalfa, clover, and I put all that in, and hopefully let that come up and protect the shrubs. You're gonna lose some, but right now I'm about 85% success rate, I'd say, over the past 2 years, which I'm very, very happy with. Yeah, the weather's been cooperative. Knock on wood. Yeah.
Very good, man. Well, you passed.
Thanks.
You passed.
There wasn't a test, but you passed.
I had fun. This is a great time.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely be doing this again, man. I really appreciate you coming on, dude. This was a good time.
Good.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Hopefully the next time will be we could do it live and have both of you guys here in deer camp with us. So
sounds like a plan. I'll make that trip for sure.
You guys are more than welcome. So I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, very nice to meet you, Angelo, over the interweb here. Go ahead and give everybody a shout out where they can find you and follow along.
Sure. So I'm the Hunt Life 365 on Instagram, and then you can follow Legacy Pursuit. That's our group. Myself, Ty Wilbur, and Ty Forbes. follow along. We're gonna have a big season. We have a lot of good deer on camera. So things might change with their summer ranges, but it's looking really good right now. So yeah, follow along if you can.
Awesome, man. I already followed. So thank you very much for your time tonight. This was great.
Thank you. I appreciate it, guys. This
appreciate
is good. Yep. Be safe.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in to the Habitat Podcast. We really do appreciate you guys coming back every week to get this awesome Habitat content. And we would appreciate it if you went to iTunes, Spotify, wherever you listen to this podcast, and leave us a 5-star review. That helps us continue to grow and trend in the right direction, attract new listeners, and help us provide better content in the future. Guys, we have a website full of resources. We have a blog on the website. We have YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all linked up at habitatpodcast.com. Our land plan services, merchandise, decals, hats, t-shirts, and I give away a free 5-inch decal to anyone who leaves us a review on Apple iTunes. Really appreciate it. I want to thank our partners, Downburst Cedars, Vitalize Seed Company, Morse Nursery, Packer Max Cultipackers, Stealth Outdoors, First Light Latitude Outdoors, United Country Midwest Lifestyle Properties. Thanks again, guys. We'll be back next week with another great episode of the Habitat Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.